Shabbat Shalom. Hope everyone is doing well. To everyone joining us virtually, welcome this morning. A couple things to mention before we start our service. Due to the nature of the weather, we were not expecting or anticipating to make a minyan in person, which is completely fine. We're not going to count today when it comes to evaluating participation in Shabbat morning services. That being said, it is going to be an abbreviated service, so we can get everyone who's here in person home, hopefully safely as well. We're still trying to, because we had 3 snow days this week, I was not quite able to have the time to figure out how to get the services to you guys, because I can't do the visual tefillah, lead the service, and play the guitar as well. So we're still going to be working on that. So if you have a prayer book, I will be announcing page numbers so you can follow along, and we'll keep working on ways to make it more accessible for everyone who's joining us virtually. So begin on page 74 with Ma Tovu. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'ani berov pastecha avo v'techa eshachaveh el hechal kodshecha ve'yiratecha. Va'tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'ani tefilati lecha Adonai ratzon Elohim berov pastecha aneni bemet yishecha. Va'tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Va'tovu ohalecha Yaakov, ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. We continue on page 76 with Asher Yatzar. So help if I open my own prayer book too. Begins with the words, woe. 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 Help me realize I am beautiful and whole. I'm perfect the way I am, and a little broken too. I will live each day as a gift I give to you. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh kol basar umafli lasot. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh kol basar umafli lasot. Continue with the Nesim B'chol Yom, the daily blessings, beginning on page 80. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lesek vivina, lavhin ben yom uvein laila. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, rokah haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamechin mitzadei gaver. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, anoten le'ayev koach. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Ma'avir she'ena me'enai u'tnumav me'afapai. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani b'tzelem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani ben chorin. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asani Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Ozer Yisrael b'gvura. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Oter Yisrael b'tifara. Continue page 86 with the blessing over the study of Torah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Continue with the study of the words of Torah, Elu Devarim, the rabbinic application of the Ten Commandments. You can find it on page 88. Elu Devarim she'ein lahem shior. Elu Devarim she'ein lahem shior. Elu Devarim she'ein lahem shior. Ve'elu heim kibud abayim ugmilut chasadim. V'hashkamat beit hamidrash shakarit ve'arvit. V'haknasat orchim uvikor kolim. V'haknasat kala uvayat amet. Ve'iyun tfilah, ve'iyun tfilah, ve'havat shalom bein adam v'chaveiro. The Talmud Torah keneged kulam, the Talmud Torah keneged kulam, the Talmud Torah keneged kulam. Elu devarim she'ein lahem shior, Elu devarim she'ein lahem shior, Elu devarim she'ein lahem shior, ve'elu hein. Continue now on page 100 with Psalm 150. Hallel b'kodsho, Hallelu b'kirauso, Hallelu b'gvurotav, Hallelu kerov kulo. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, beteka shofar, hallelujah, benevel bechinor, hallelujah, betofu machol, hallelujah, beminim berukav, hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Hallelujah, b'tziltele shama. Hallelujah, b'tziltele trua. Kol haneshama tel hallelujah. Kol haneshama tel hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Continue on page 106 with the Chatzi Kaddish. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei Rabba v'yalma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uv'izman kariv v'imeru amen. Yeshmei Rabba mevorach le'olam ulamei almaya yitbarach yiparach v'yishtabach v'yibar v'yirumam v'yitnasei v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudesha brichu le'la min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiram bialma v'imeru. Amen. We invite all those who so choose to rise in body and or in spirit for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, page 108. Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Gather lie, lie, lie. 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 Baruch Hu if you're able, to join together page 110. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or uvarei choshech, oseh shalom uvarei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha barachamim, uvtuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chokhma asita, mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha, tiparach Adonai Eloheinu, al shevach ma'aseh yadecha, v'al me'orei or she'asita yifua arucha sela, baruch atah Adonai, yotzer ha'me'orot. Page 112. We read together in the top middle of the page. How deeply you have loved us, Adonai our God, gracing us with surpassing compassion, on account of our forebears whose trust led you to teach them the laws of life. Be gracious to us, teaching us as well. O merciful one, have mercy upon us by making us able to understand and discern, to heed, learn, and teach, and lovingly to observe, perform, and fulfill all that is in your Torah. V'harer imeinu b'toratecha, v'dabek libeinu b'mitzvotecha, v'yachet levaveinu, v'yahava u'yira et shemecha, v'lo nevosh, v'lo Shel ve'olam va'ed v'shem kodshecha hagadol v'hanora b'tachnu nagila v'nizmecha Yeshuatecha. Ki el poel Yeshuot ata uvanu v'acharta v'karavtanu l'shimcha gadol sela be'emet l'odol lecha yolchedcha b'ahava baruch ata Adonai abocher ba'amo Yisrael b'ahava. Page 114. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. You may be seated. Page 116. V'yavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher nochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uvlechtecha v'aderech ukshok becha uvkumecha ukshartam leot al yadecha v'ayu letotavot beinenecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Can you continue responsively? Page 121 towards the bottom. The eternal truth is that you alone are God and there is none else. May the righteous of all nations rejoice in your love and exult in your justice. Let them beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Let nation not lift up sword against nation, nor learn war anymore. You shall not hate your brother or your sister in your heart. The stranger that sojourns with you shall be accepted as your equal, for you were strangers in the land of Egypt. Why do you crush my people and oppress the poor, asks God. We know that the Eternal One defends the poor and upholds the rights of the needy. Praise to God Most High. Blessed is God and deserving a blessing. Page 122, we continue with the words of the song of our redemption, Micha Mocha. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai. Yai, lai, lai, yai, lai, 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 lai. Mika mocha ba'elim Adonai. Mika mocha ne'edar b'kodesh. Norati hilodo seifele. Norati hilodo seifele. Shira chadasha shibru ge'ulim. Lishinka al spat hayam. Yachad kulamodu. Tehim lechu ve'ameru. Adonai imo le'olam ba'ed. Adonai imo le'olam ba'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. Tzur Yisrael, Kuma Bezrat Yisrael, Uvtechenu Mecha, Yuda veYisrael, Go Aleinu, Adonai Tzvaot Shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch Atah Adonai, Ka'al Yisrael. Continue with the Amidah, the central section of our worship service. The standing prayers beginning page 124. We invite all those who are able to rise in body and or in spirit. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei hakol, v'zocher chastei avot v'imahot, u'mevi gula livnei v'neihem, leman shemo b'yahava, melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, baruch atah Adonai, magen Avraham v'ezrat Sarah, atah gibor le'olam Adonai, mechaye hakol atah rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach umorid hasheleg, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofech olim, umatir asurim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, Micha mocha ba'al givurot, umido melech, melech meimit umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata le'achayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, mechaye hakol. And we remain standing for the Kiddushah, the sanctification, which you can find on page 130. Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Geshem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, kakatuv al yad neviecha, shekara zel zeh ve'amar, Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzivaot, Meloch kol haaretz, Kivodo. Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu ma'adir, Shimcha b'chol haaretz, Baruch Kivod Adonai, Imkomo. Echadu Eloheinu, Hu Avinu, Hu Malkeinu, Hu Moshienu, Hu Yashmienu, Berachamav le'enei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Imloch Adonai le'olam, Elohai Yitzion, Ledor vador. Alleluia. Ledor vador nagid golecha, ulenetzach netzachim kedushatcha nakish, v'shivcha Eloheinu mipinu lo yamush leolam ba'ed. Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You may be seated. Continue with the wonderful song of Shabbat, Yismechu, whose words you can find on page 132. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Mekadeshei, mekadeshei Shavit Shabbat. Ulam yisbeu, bevinatu mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi Ratzita bo f'kedashot Shabbat, Chemdat Yamim, Oto Torata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, korei oneg Shabbat. Zecher l'maaseh b'reishit Shabbat. Zecher l'maaseh b'reishit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, korei oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat, v'korei oneg Shabbat. We continue on page 137. We read together in the Hebrew, Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu b'amcha Yisrael, tfilatam b'ahava tekabel, uti l'ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha, baruch ata Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yira na'avod. Continue on page 138 in the middle of the page. We acknowledge with thanks that you are Adonai, our God, and the God of our ancestors forever. You are the rock of our lives and the shield of our salvation in every generation. Let us thank you and praise you for our lives which are in your hand, for our souls which are in your care, for your miracles we experience every day, and for your wondrous deeds and favors at every time of day, evening, morning, and noon. O good one whose mercies never end, O compassionate one whose kindness never fails, we forever put our hope in you. Our God, our Redeemer and Helper, let all who live affirm you and praise your name in truth. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving. Baruch atah Adonai, atov shimcha ulcha, na'eh lehodot. Continue now with the words for peace. Sim Shalom, the prayer for peace, page 140. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Hein b'chesed v'rachamim. Hein b'chesed v'rachamim. V'rachamim. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Amecha. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Sim Shalom, Tova, Uvracha. Tova, Uvracha. Tova, Uvracha. Baruch atah Adonai, hamevarech et amo Yisrael, Shalom. We pause now for a few moments of personal, private prayer. We invite you to please pray silently. Say shalom bimromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom bimromav, say shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. So as mentioned earlier, we are going to be having somewhat of an abbreviated service here this morning. So rather than engage in a Torah service, what we'll do now is we'll take a little time, oh shoot, I don't have them, to think of those friends, family, and loved ones, all those in our lives or worlds who are ill and ailing. And we're going to offer up the following prayer of healing. Mishaberach Avotenu Avraham Yitzhak v'Yaakov, v'imotenu Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, v'Leah. May the God of our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless all those who are ill and ailing. And I apologize, I thought I had the list with me. I don't, so just give me a second to pull them up. In the meantime, we do invite you to put any names in our Misha Berach list in the chat. So today we are thinking of Susan Alexander, Hal Arnold, Virginia Becker, Jean Brosco, Lisa Brunkhorst, Karma Bustillos, Jeremy Chasen, Sandy Christofferson, Lauren Cooper, Shandra Corsetti, Izzy Dodge, Scott Farkas, Chet Harkitson, Samuel Kinkle, Ronald Kaplan, Karen Levin, Bailey Linthicum, Emily Linthicum, Diane Feinberg McIntyre, Elaine Susan Marcus, Rachel Neymark, Mimi Rogers, Gloria Romero Downing, Holly Rosenberg, George Sachs, Steve Seglin, Linda Scharf, Rabbi Robert Scharf, Dee Dee Spiegel, Chrissy Swenson, Lauren J. West, Brent Wine, Abram Wisnia. In addition, we're going to add Eugenie, Ruth, and Timothy. May the God of our ancestors bless all those who are ill and ailing with the refuah shlema, a complete recovery of mind, body, and spirit. And for those unable to make a full recovery, may God continue to be a source of peace and comfort in their lives. May God grant strength to those who are dealing with the challenges of mental illness and or addiction, and of course healing to all those who are ill and ailing. May God grant strength to those who love them, especially their caregivers, wisdom and protection to those who care for them, and strength to all of us who love them. And together as one loving family, let us say, Amen. And now our service continues with the beginning of the concluding part of our worship with the words of Aleinu, which you can find on page 282. We invite all those who are able to rise in body and or in spirit as we face the ark together. Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latekru la liotze breshit, shelo asanu kigoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegoralenu kechol hamonam, vanachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei melech, malchei hamlachim, hakadosh baruch hu, v'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, bayom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. You may be seated. Our thoughts turn now to our own loved ones, the martyrs of our people, those who have died in this season and in years past. We're in the period of Shevat, the 7 days of mourning, for Clara A. Meisenberg and for Leslie Bartlett. And the Yortzites anniversaries of the deaths we observe this week are for Herman Abraham, Maury Adler, Mrs. Ferdinand Adler, Bernice Epstein Adler, Samford Isidore Brophy, Edward Irwin Kikan, Samuel H. Chapman, Annalie Cohn, John Arthur Farber, Henry Hiller, Ray Jacobson, Goldie Joseph, Marcel Krasner, Sarah R. Krasny, Jesse Levin, Evelyn T. Levy, Bessie S. Levy, Stanley Lewin, Joseph Lipton, Sarah Milder, Benjamin Bernard Packer, Dennis V. Passer, William A. Rackison, Merle N. Rips, Franklin Paul Rogers, Rita M. Rosenblum, Stella S. Rosenthal, Edith R. Siegel, Theodore M. Selden, Elizabeth Singer, Debbie Jo Tatelman, Ann Milder Taxman, Sally Priestman Telpner, Shirley Weinstein, Milton R. Wessel, Leonard L. Wolpa, and Tilly Wright. If there are any additions you would like to add at this time, we invite you to do so. We think of as well all those who have died by acts of violence and terror, especially, but not exclusively, in the Middle East. And we recall as well the 6 million who perished in the violence of the Shoah. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled up. We also remember Alan Ben-Amav, who died on Thursday. Our griefs and sympathies are mingled. We invite all those who so choose to rise in solidarity with the mourners. So we join together in Kadisha Tom Mourners Kaddish, page 294. Yikadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, v'alma divrach yerutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei maya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Tamiram b'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, v'imru, amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn, comfort to all who are bereaved. Together as one loving family, let us say, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru. Amen. You may be seated. Thank you to Jennifer for joining us in person. Thank you to Sarah and to Scott for making sure the building was open, and Sarah for running the tech. And thank you to Dory for overseeing our Zoom. I promise to keep working on finding ways to make sure that you have access to the service, but I do encourage you, if you are able, to get a copy of Mishkan Tefillah if you like joining on Zoom, because we will be using the prayer book, at least mostly while I'm conducting services. Thank you to everyone who joined us on Zoom, speaking of which, to at least help us make a virtual minyan. And we look forward to, God willing, next week having an in-person minyan, weather permitting. As a reminder, we are continuing with regular Shabbat morning services. When weather permits, we do hope everyone will join us to help us make an in-person minyan so we can make determination for our plans going forward. As I mentioned, today does not count, so don't worry about it. I mean, the service counts and you gathering here counts, but we're not counting it against our weekly minyan. Next week, we do have Tot Shabbat, so if you are young or young at heart, enjoy baking challah, a Tot-friendly service and dinner. You just need to RSVP. We will also have regular Shabbat evening services in conjunction as well. Rosh Chodesh is February 1st. Join us for a private tour of Jocelyn Castle. It's only $10 in person to attend, and it's going to be a lovely evening with the women of Temple Israel. Just register to attend by January 25th. The Alexander Benot Mitzvah is coming up in a couple of weeks. We look forward to having you join us. If you didn't RSVP, well, they needed those numbers for the luncheon, but if you are joining us, please, if you are willing, provide some baked goods and just reach out to the office to let us know that you will do so. And then we're having Rabbi Zohar return to Temple Israel in February. He's going to be helping us lead services and doing a number of presentations throughout the community. It's going to be a great week of Scholar in Residence, and stay tuned for all of those upcoming events, including several communal partnerships. And as a reminder, as always, check your e-tidings, because that is the main way we communicate about these and many more wonderful events in the life of our congregational community. And if you're having any issues with that, please reach out to the office so we can make sure you're getting all the information you need. So now we're going to join together in our concluding song, which is Ein Kelohenu, whose words you can find on page 300 and I believe 322. Ein Kelohenu, ein Kadonenu, ein Kemalkenu, ein Kemoshienu, mich Elohenu, mich Adonenu, mich Emalkenu, mich Moshienu, Nodel Eloheinu, Nodel Adonenu, Nodel Emalkenu, Nodel Moshienu, Baruch Eloheinu, Baruch Adonenu, Baruch Malkeinu, Baruch Moshienu, Atahu Eloheinu, Atahu Adonenu, Atahu Malkeinu, Atahu Moshienu. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm. The roads are still a little scary out there, so don't go out if you don't have to. And we'll see you soon. Shabbat Shalom. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Have a great week. You too.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Thanks for being here, everyone.
Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.